Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the Governor of Ebonyi State, David Umahi, and his deputy, Kelechi Igwe, to immediately vacate their offices for unlawfully defecting from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, illegal practitioner Musa Abdullahi has sued the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company to court and is demanding 200 million naira as compensation over allegations bordering on the epileptic power supply in the Federal Capital Territory. In the suit marked NSHC/SD/27/2022, Abdullahi also prayed the court to give an order in the alternative, directing a 6-month bill-free period for the plaintiff as compensation for all the periods of unjustified power interruption. He claimed that the selected areas like APC quarters, Kaduna Road and PDP quarters in Suleja received a continuous supply of electricity for almost 24 hours each day. The lawyer who sued AEDC on behalf of electricity consumers urged the court to determine whether, having regards to the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission's guidelines and the provision of Electric Power Sector Reform Act 2005, the plaintiff being customers of the defendant are entitled to electricity service and supply in a safe and reliable manner. At number 9, the Nigeria Immigration Service says it is currently targeting an average monthly production of over 30,000 booklets of the enhanced electronic passports at its newly commissioned Passport Production Center in Enugu State. Speaking at the recent launch of the enhanced e-passport and commissioning of the Electronic Passport Production Center, the Minister of Interior, Aregbesola, said the moves were part of strategic initiatives to put a permanent end to the lingering challenges faced by Nigerians in obtaining travel passports. According to him, the Enugu facility was strategic given the high volume of economic activities in the southeast and the increasing number of citizens from the region whose businesses and socio-economic pursuits is linked internationally and thereby require faster and easier processing of their travel documents. At number 8, UN peacekeeping mission in Mali says its envoys hit an improvised explosive device in the north of Mopti on Monday, leading to the death of at least 2 blue helmets from Egypt and wounding 4 others. According to a statement by the mission, the peacekeepers were part of a logistics convoy on its way to Timbuktu. The UN Special Representative and head of MINUSMA, El Gassim Wayne, strongly condemned the attack in the volatile central region of Mali, where government forces have been fighting an Islamist insurgency for the last decade. He stressed that this latest attack, like the others that preceded it, is a further reminder of the urgent need for even more sustained efforts to stabilize central Mali. At number 7, the House of Representatives has repealed its rejection of 3 gender-related bills during voting on the constitutional amendment. The 3 bills on citizenship, indigenship, and 35% affirmative action for women had failed to get the required 240 votes last Tuesday. After the rejection, women groups besieged the gates to the National Assembly to protest the action. But in a resumed sitting on Tuesday, March 8th, the Speaker of the House, Femi Gbajabiamila, said there was a need for the House to rescind the decision for the good of the country. He said the House will set aside its rules and release them in the next batch of constitutional amendments, which will be presented to the House in the next 4 weeks for voting. The chairman of the House Committee on Rules and Business, Abubakar Hassan Fulata, moved a motion to rescind the decision, which was seconded by the Deputy Minority Leader, Toby Okechukwu. Fulata said it was important to do so in solidarity with women on the occasion of the International Women's Day. At number 6, the United Kingdom has pledged to support Poland if it eventually decides to supply combat aircraft to Ukraine. UK Defense Minister Ben Wallace, however, warned that the move could have direct consequences for Warsaw. He said Poland will understand that the choices it makes will not only directly help Ukraine, which is a good thing, but also may bring them into a direct line of fire from countries such as Russia or Belarus. As a fellow NATO member, he added that the UK would support the Poles and whatever choice they make. At number 5, the Cross River State Emergency Management Agency has disclosed that over 40,791 Cameroonians are taking refuge in the state following the crisis in southwest Cameroon. SEMA Director General Prince Phil Ayim spoke on Tuesday in Calabar, adding that the UN High Commission released the latest figure for refugees in January. Ayim said that due to the closeness of some communities to the borders, the state had to accommodate the persons of concern and abide by the 1951 Refuge Convention, which Nigeria is a signatory. He said the refugees were scattered across 9 local government areas of the state: Calabar Municipality, Calabar South, Bakassi, Akamkpa, Etum, Ikom, Boki, Ogoja, and Obanliku. At number 4, President Muhammadu Buhari has celebrated Nigerian women on the occasion of the International Women's Day celebrated on March 8, 2022. The president said women are not where they should be yet in different spheres of endeavor, but they could no longer be deprived for too long as they have consistently proved that they could hold their own on all fronts and in all fields. Buhari's statement was contained in a statement signed on Tuesday by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, titled International Women's Day, President Buhari Salutes Women Folk. According to Buhari, the celebration under the hashtag Break the Bias and the theme Gender Equality Today for Sustainable Tomorrow is an opportunity to reflect on the vital roles women play in society, homes, governance, their professions, and in all walks of life. At number 3, there was heavy presence of armed military personnel and members of the Rapid Response Squad of the Lagos State Police Command at the Gani Fawehinmi Park in Ojota, Lagos State, who cordoned off the area ahead of a planned protest. Some youth groups had planned to stage a protest at the park on Tuesday against the gruesome murder of Oluwabamise Ayanwola, a 22-year-old fashion designer who was killed in a bus rapid transit in Lagos. In an earlier flyer distributed, the youths had threatened to storm the state secretariat in Alausa, Ikeja, and all BRT terminals in the state to demand justice for the deceased, the family, and the prosecution of all suspects in the crime. At number 2, the national leader of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, has written to the House of Representatives to inform members of his plans to contest for president in the 2023 general election. Tinubu's letter was read out at the floor of the House during plenary on Tuesday by the Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila. The letter revealed Tinubu also requested to meet members of the APC caucus on March 16, 2022. Similarly, a presidential aspirant on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, Dr. Sam Ohabunwa, wrote the House to request a meeting with the PDP caucus on Tuesday. Gbajabiamila read out a letter from the minority leader, Ndudi Elumelu, notifying the PDP members of a meeting with Ohabunwa. Finally, at number 1, a federal high court in Abuja has ordered the Governor of Ebonyi State, David Umahi, and his deputy, Eric Kelechi Igwe, to immediately vacate their offices for unlawfully defecting from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. Justice Inyang Ekwo ordered the sack on Tuesday in a judgment on a suit filed by the PDP, stating that their defection was unconstitutional. Justice Ekwo held that having defected from the party on which platform they won the election, Umahi and Igwe are deemed to have resigned their offices. The judge also ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission to accept from the PDP names of its members to replace Umahi and Igwe, to serve out the remaining part of their tenure, or in the alternative, conduct fresh election to replace Umahi and Igwe. The court therefore restrained Umahi and Igwe from further holding themselves out or parading themselves as the Governor and Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State. Always remember to wear your mask, wash your hands, and stay safe. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.